Don't mind.
What's so good about picking up the pieces?
Oh, Pierceville's so good, dude. I wish the Mexicans were real.
Dude, you know what's crazy about that? Not Mexicans, but I don't like that band. I don't like that song, but I kept fucking singing it. And I just knew that you like it, and maybe that's what it was, bro. I was channeling my inner Randy energy.
They're just Mexican. That's why you remembered me.
I was like,
The podcast isn't even started. We're just practicing right now.
no, it started.
But we didn't. Hi, how's it going, everybody? This is the Until
Hi,
Next Time
Until
podcast.
next time. Sit back, get the pipe, twist it, and let's move forward. In
Not the pipe I thought you were talking about. It's just like Netflix and chill or some shit.
Yeah, nah.
Are you
Hey
still
guys,
watching?
Howdy, everybody. How you been? We're back.
Hi.
Yeah, no. So back to the topic: Mexicans.
Disgraceful
Great
brunch.
music.
Brunch bunch. Disgraceful bunch.
I said great music. he said disgraceful bunch. That's fucked up.
I'm Mexican, guys. It just says a.
Oh my God, what to talk about in the world? I mean, you guys already know that we bring you the best late news.
Honestly.
It is what it is.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes, baby. Mortal Kombat got announced.
And to those who don't know, me and Nick are actual heroin addicts when it comes to Mortal Kombat.
Dude, we used to have a Mortal Kombat poster in here, but I don't know where it went. Oh, it
Did we?
died. R.I.P. Moment of silence, please. For
Wait,
the
was it
Mortal Kombat.
mine?
I think so. God damn it, the cricket's back.
The fucking cricket.
Those who don't know, in a review box episode that me and Sinjin filmed, there was a cricket and it didn't bother us, but then you can just hear it in the fucking in the background. You just hear it. You just hear that.
Oh, hell no. Shut up. Never mind.
Nah, it's all
I
good.
thought he was.
Nah, did you see about the Vegas thing? In Vegas?
What?
What? That's
What?
true. No, in Vegas, like it's kind of like what's trending on TikTok. I mean, by the time this comes out, it's probably not. But
Yeah.
anyways, basically, like some people called the cops and they were saying like, "Oh, fucking, something crashed my backyard," and the people are like 8
The
feet
aliens,
tall.
right?
Yeah, the aliens, like.
That's such a trip. I didn't see the whole video. I got bored of it.
Yeah, and like it was this whole thing, and then he's like, they're saying things, but I can't understand the dialect, and they're like, oh, like can you make out with the words? And he's like, what's so good about picking up the pieces? And he's just like, oh, sir, he's like, those aren't aliens from outer space.
Those are Mexican. Fuck you. What is this? What conversation is this? I was so intrigued. I was just like, I wonder where Nicholas is going with this. I wonder. I didn't finish the video. Maybe I missed out on something hilarious, but no, this fucking guy. You had to throw in a little bit of racism, did you?
No, but look at though. You know what? Look, it's racist.
It's racist.
It is, but it's a joke. It's articulate. It's supposed to be sophisticated.
It's articulate.
No,
It's
I mean like
it's just like, oh, this is a well-established joke. It's so many bells and whistles.
okay. What would you do if something crash landed in your fucking backyard and you think it's aliens, and then they're just listening to Pierce the Veil?
I have
Pierce the Veil.
I have a legal strap.
Strap. What do you think aliens listen to? What do you think aliens would like?
100 gags or death grips.
I hate you. I feel like they wouldn't.
No,
I feel
they'll
like-
listen to 100 gags and death grips. I know they would.
I feel like aliens.
Crossbody, spread eagle, crossbody.
Don't you think that's
Spread
fucked
eagle
up?
across the block. Sorry.
Did you think that's fucked up in like
What?
2008 or 2012? Like from 2008 2000. You think it's fucked up that from the Obama administration they called immigrants illegal aliens? Like, I don't understand. What do you mean illegal aliens? Now, what the fuck is a legal alien? Do you remember that?
Yes, and we still get called illegal aliens by my dad.
That's fucked up. Is that still a thing?
Illegal aliens?
I haven't
There's
seen that on
signs
the
out there in
news.
Mexico that say illegal aliens.
What makes an alien illegal?
Can't speak English.
Oh, that's fucked up. No, I just bring that up because
You're not speaking American.
this pod is very political, as you know.
Very political.
That's what it's turned to. No, Jesus Christ, what I'm going on about. Okay, let's just bring it back. Let's calm it down. It's been a while. I'm excited. I'm happy that you're here.
Oh, are you?
Yes, I am, bro. I fucking am.
Got it.
Okay, so anyways,
I missed you too, brother. I really did.
do you think aliens are real?
I genuinely think aliens are real.
Describe me an alien.
So I went to get Chinese food the other day. I'm just gonna stop right there. Can I take a order, please?
So, once again, I'm going to ask you this question. And if you say something absolutely out of pocket.
So racist. For no reason.
No. I'm not racist. This guy's racist. I set up the jokes. He did not set up these jokes. These are not good jokes. These are
This
mean jokes.
motherfucker threw me a basketball. I'm out here playing baseball, baby. That's how life is.
No, do you believe in aliens?
I do believe in aliens.
In what scope?
I don't believe in the little green Martians. I don't believe in that. I
Little
believe
green
in the,
Martians.
I believe in the tall gray ones. Those ones I
the
believe
tall
in.
gray ones.
Yeah, moo,
Brrr.
moo,
So
moo.
no.
Have
Like
you seen South Park? You know what I'm talking about. They say moo, right? To speak to the cows.
yeah.
Moo, moo, moo. They sound like John Lennon.
Stupid. No. But
Moo.
so you believe in aliens?
I do.
The tall gray ones.
But well, in general, I just believe in aliens in general, like higher beings out there,
Higher
and not God.
beings, but not God. Oh wow. Okay. I mean, I don't believe in aliens.
You really don't?
You know what's crazy is I know it sounds so lame, but it's just like this is gonna sound so depressing. I just don't believe in shit. That sounds so fucked. That sounds so fucked up. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, even though it's to the point where the government is showing like they're like, hey guys, aliens are real. Like they're like shit's so bad. They're like
This isn't even the worst news today.
yeah, they're like, hey, aliens are real, man. Like we just gotta let that shit slide out real quick. But back to the topic at hand. No, I
JFK was murdered by 2 aliens.
nah, dude, they're those motherfuckers.
The pause. Nah.
I was like, nah, dude, they don't know how to use the fucking sniper. But no, I don't know. Do you think if like you think aliens are real? Like you think what's their deal? I feel like Jerry Seinfeld. What's the deal with aliens?
To be honest, I don't think aliens are dangerous. They're just like us, where we're just so fucking rat brained and we're so rat brained and like ant scatter. Like almost like we're gonna observe this like how when we discovered new lands, we didn't just walk into the fucking lands and be like, this is ours. No, first we do some reconnaissance.
Some recon?
Yeah, we look at how it's going. Like, are these guys dangerous? Will they attack us? I think that's what they do.
But like, how far do you think it goes back? Like, when do you think aliens arrived? Do you think they've always been around?
I don't think the fucking like pyramids and shit like that. I genuinely think that's just man being man. Like where pussy kind of drove us to evolve.
Okay, I feel like that did not answer my question.
But I'm saying like aliens. I don't think they were part of that era. I think when we first got those reports in Roswell, I think that was the first one, 1940s.
They pull up and it's like during the Civil War. And they just look and they're like, yeah, no, not yet.
Not yet.
They come by and it's like the fucking like bubonic plague and they're just like, yeah, no, not yet. They're like, God damn, these guys need to get their shit together.
I know it's so random that I said like evolution because of pussy, but that's pretty much what it's always been.
Evolution because of pussy?
Like of man.
In what sense?
Well, you think the pharaoh was trying to impress a man? With fucking pyramids?
No, I guarantee. I guarantee the pharaoh was like, hear me out. A pharaoh from across the way has all this cool shit, and then he's like, no, I need to have all this cool shit. So then he just made his people build cooler shit.
And then again, they were smart enough to believe that the triangle was like the pyramid was the strongest structure, one of the most stable structures to be tall. It is.
Wow.
It's the most stable structure than a fucking circle. You can't build a circle building.
Well, what about the rectangle ones? What about the ones in LA? What about the block ones?
But you get me? That's all evolution. We all just evolve.
I don't understand. Like, okay, yes, we all evolved, but like, your argument is like we evolved because.
Hey, baby, you like this
pussy?
view? You like the view from the 83rd floor?
Okay, it all makes sense now. It actually makes clear sense. No, she's like, no, I like the view of fucking the pharaoh across the way. I like his view. He's one stone higher. That's dirty. That's dirt work, bro. People have been dogging each other since the. Like, I wonder what cavemen would do. I wonder if back then it was so easy.
That's why
sounds
they
all
don't. That's
bad.
why cavemen don't have structures.
No,
because
they
weren't looking for pussy. They just bonk them on the head and get it.
No. Look at the
So you didn't need to evolve.
the sophisticated caveman. You know how he got bitches?
There is no sophisticated.
No, hear me out.
caveman.
Hear me out. This is how a sophisticated caveman got
Cavemen are
women.
Neanderthals.
Look at this is how a sophisticated caveman got women back in the day, and this method, it's like a cycle. This method works now. He just had a cool collection of rocks. Tell me that's not true.
I know. I can get a.
Tell me you go to the right woman's house with a set of rocks.
I go
She doesn't know
to
what
the
to do.
right woman's house and I go, hey, I have Coke.
Okay.
And it's not even broken down yet. It's all crystallized. It's like, you down, baby?
She's like, no, I'm into like rocks and vibrations.
It's not like, nah, baby, you'll be vibrating after a nose line of this,
Yeah,
baby.
you're like, no, no vibrations here. Only after you do the line.
It's only after.
You got to look at life surfaces and go on from there. No, okay.
Hell no.
So
I like that our conversation went from aliens.
do you believe in aliens?
I do believe in aliens. I do.
Okay, that's crazy. Okay,
But like I said, I feel like they're still kind of
they're still
new to it. You know?
Do you think they're not civilized, but do you think they like okay? Do you think okay?
They're like a democracy or
God
whatever.
damn, I cannot get my
Like a
shit
government.
together. Like, there's no way they can be fucking donkey brains and they're driving these spaceships.
Well,
Like, I forgot where I heard this, but it's like, are we getting the dumb aliens? You know what I mean? Like, is this like, how evolved are they? Are they evolved to the point where they're like, oh, hey, Dad, I'm gonna go in my fucking car and fucking, fly to a different fucking planet, fuck with them, and then fly back?
there's a movie with Simon Pegg, I think that's his name, the guy from Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's him. I'm not sure if it's remembering right. I think
Paul?
it is, but it's not Paul. But he has a movie where I kind of believe this. That there's a high federation of aliens and all these planets are united, and they kind of look at Earth and they're like,
We're just the odd man out.
they're kind of like, we would invite them to be part of the Federation where like people can live forever. There's like our medicines is so advanced, but these guys are literally fighting for dinosaurs. Dead dinosaurs. These people are literally fighting over an invisible border that they invented.
Hey man, we're not that far. We're not that far. We've been around for years, but we're just not that smart, bro. What can we say?
So that's what I think. That movie with Simon Pegg, I forgot what it is. I think it's like a bunch of aliens and like, oh, so who's gonna be added to the Federation or some shit? It's like a bunch of them sitting around like the Elder Gods and type shit, like in Mortal,
Yeah.
like in Mortal Kombat, and like they pull up Earth and they're like, okay, so what we do, it's either destroy it or add them to the Federation. It's not like, oh, we're not gonna add you. No, it's either destroy or add, and they give him the power to wish for anything. If he goes like, I wish I had this, and then flicks his finger, and then anything happens, and they give it to a random normal guy, but the one that got picked before him, that was supposed to get picked before him, was Sarah Palin. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah, I do know who that is. It's
So
crazy.
it was like a whole fucking wheel, I guess, and it's
Yeah.
like and it's like Sarah Palin, and then he goes to Simon Pegg.
Oh, okay. Fucking.
So they want to see if he would abuse his power or not.
Okay. So, I mean, now here's another question, and I feel like, obviously it's okay if you don't have the answer, but it's like,
What's the meaning of life?
no, like, okay, so aliens are real. Like, is every government just like they just made like a pinky promise that nobody's gonna say anything,
No, there's.
or do these aliens know what's up and they only come to America?
That's not. I don't believe that actually.
Why is it that like
I don't believe in any of the footage that like the government shows
yeah
saying it's aliens. I actually don't believe that. I think our country, the world is just so fucking divided that these countries develop new technology and don't want to tell us like, oh, that wasn't us. You get me what I mean? I know now it's into like a conspiracy, like, oh, this is new weaponry, new fucking vehicles that they have, and like they're just testing it out. And because we don't know anything about them and they don't want to admit it, it's just like, oh, these are aliens.
Okay, so you're saying that a country is trying to get one over on the good old U.S. of A.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
But think about it, they report shit too.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Like okay, this is even more random, but like when you go to Mexico, like anyone ever or hear me out.
Crazy! I actually have a fucking crazy story about aliens in Mexico to my uncle.
Okay. Do tell. I am. Well, my only question was that it was gonna be like, say you went to Mexico. Do you're just watching TV or whatever, or like you see like alien reports. Basically, my overall question is like, do other countries have reports of UFOs as much as America?
Definitely.
Because then if that's the case, then it's like a global thing. But then it's at the same time, it's like, I don't know, like how did the depiction of aliens become to be? What was the first movie that referenced aliens, or the first book? Like
Aliens from Mars. One of those. All right, Stacy, come on, Patrick, don't touch me. We can't be up this hill. And he's like, oh, like in a spacesuit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no, but okay. What I'm saying though is like, who wrote that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel
think
like
one of the first like crazy fucking alien things that, because this made people panic and almost like go out in a killing spree. War of the Worlds. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
Where it was just radio, there was no television, and like this guy made a story where he's like, the aliens are attacking, and like they had like sound effects and people on different microphones yelling and shit like that to tell a story to make it sound super realistic. Like, the aliens are in New York. Oh, they're on horses. They're on horseback, and like people with like in the background, there's people with coconuts like. And
yeah.
and then like, oh my god, there's like they're using their thunder weapons, and they would use like the fucking metal like plates or whatever, and that was like a huge like it made us hysterical because we don't know shit about aliens, and then we're hearing this on the fucking news. There's no television, there's no color yet. Fucking the world was actually black and white. There was no color yet.
Did you ever think that when you were a kid?
I did. I really did.
I did too.
It's still okay. Sandlot made me think of that too.
Wizard of Oz blew my mind.
Like in Sandlot, I don't know if you know this because it takes place in the 70s, I think, or like the 60s, I think.
Yeah, I was like,
or 50s. It's one of those
50s or 60s.
What's his name?
We watched it together, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Like,
What's the Mexican kid, the best player? He imagines Babe Ruth only in black and white, but because in that time it was only black and white.
Oh,
that's
okay,
why.
that
See,
does
so
make sense. Wow.
That's how you only imagined him.
No, yeah, Sandlot is the second best baseball movie,
Other than the Workaholics movie.
other than the never coming out Workaholics movie.
No, I'm not saying never coming out. I'm not saying that.
I hope it does. But anyways, that's besides the point. So
Oh.
back to aliens. Okay, very interesting what you're saying. But no, basically though, who wrote that?
Fuck.
Do you know what I mean? It goes into that.
Orwell.
And
Something
then, and what
Orwell?
time would you say that was around?
I'd say like
Just
those
a
the
guess.
50s or 60s,
See,
40s.
so like you think like, why is it that in 19? Oh, I guess then that just goes with technology.
Well, then
but,
there's always been reports about aliens too.
like throughout history.
Yeah, remember, I don't know if the painting about the two suns.
The-
It's a Renaissance painting where it's literally like two suns that follow people, and then there's like a report of like 30,000 people saying the two suns were following just them.
You know what's crazy is there's also see back then back then when you would tell a story and it would just go out and it gets filtered out through like so many people, like I think that's insane. It's kind of like there's a
What movie is it? It's Greek. It's like a Greek mythology movie, but it's not like. Is it? I can't remember if it's the fucking Rock. I'm not sure, but there's 4 warriors, and they're like, oh, we need their help to stop this army and shit like that. They killed Medusa. They killed all this. They killed the great like fucking Leviathan and shit like that. And then like when they explain the story, it's like, yeah, it was just a big snake, shit like that. It got pushed. The story just got.
Yeah, it's like that game Telephone.
Yeah, Telephone. It's like the game Telephone.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like to get into it, like, you know, Cinderella is basically, you know, a story about this fucking like poor girl, like not poor girl, but like, you know, this girl with nothing, and then, you know, like a fairy godmother shows up and blah 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 and this and that. There are so many versions of Cinderella, it's actually insane. There's actually a version of Cinderella that's told
Her feet get cut off.
No.
I know there's one of them like that.
No, not her feet. One of the stepsisters
Cuts
her big toe, or like cuts her like part of her feet to fit in the slipper.
I
and it doesn't.
remember her cutting her foot in half.
Yeah, no, there's one story where the birds fly into the stepsister's eyes and take them out. And like the thing about that, there's actually a Cinderella, like the oldest Cinderella story, from what I remember, is like from Asia, and it was like written in like AD or fucking BC, like that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It get filtered out so that it becomes that. And I think like I wonder, like with aliens, if that's kind of just what had happened. And I feel the
love
same
that
way.
this episode is just aliens.
I know, it's a trip.
I'm liking it though.
And I feel like it's the same thing with like for example, there's this fucking thing. It was in France. It was terrorizing people. It was like it was basically like a chupacabra, but it was like, you know, people were saying it was a fucking werewolf.
I'm sorry, you didn't emphasize chupacabra.
Chupacabra?
You didn't emphasize it. It made it sound like you said chupacabra.
Like Jew?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
like,
fucked
was
up.
Funny. I was just like, what the chupacabra? So, give me your penny. Oh, that.
So anyways,
I'm sorry.
we were on a roll.
I'm sorry.
We were on a roll.
We were on a roll to not be racist, and the first thing, Randy goes racist.
Yeah. No, so basically there was this report of like this wolf that was killing people, I think in France, I believe. And then apparently like in other parts of the country it was getting everywhere. And then people were coming down to it like, oh, what was it really? And people were like, oh, it could have been a pack of wolves. Like the area was just infested with wolves, but it becomes this bigger story than it already is. Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, and I don't know, but I guess that has more evidence because people are dying. But, you know, some people were saying it was half wolf, or no, it was half wolf, half hyena, like this and that. Like it could have just been a group of wolves.
It's storytelling. That's what it is. It's just storytelling.
It's just the way it filters out. And,
Ghost of Tsushima. Have you ever played it?
No, I haven't.
Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know if it takes place in the. Fuck, what is it? Something in the Indo era or some shit like that, where it's just all samurai. Okay. There's like no newspaper or something like that, you know. So there's not really to tell stories is to tell stories, like in music and actual just words mouth, or is it mouth? Some words mouth, right? Word mouth or something like that.
Yeah, it's not mouth to word.
So there's a part where like
that's how the crumble cookies.
The crumbles cookies. You know what they say?
Yeah, you know what they say, guys.
So, as one of the samurais, you help like a group of people getting tortured by the Mongols. The Mongols, yeah. So he kills them, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's the last samurai!" And one of the girls goes, "Yes, you saw him. He used this fiery blade. The ghost. He's a ghost of the samurai that died in the beach. He can have like 13 of him." Come out as the god of ghost and like murder all these Mongols. You go up the more you like go through the island, the more they're like, oh, the ghost, he's here. The ghost of Tsushima is here. Or like, oh, I thought he was like 8 feet tall. You were explaining that he was like 10 feet, like things like that. You know, like it's storytelling.
Yeah, that's.
I legitimately think that's what Greek mythology is. Mythology.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was. Like, fuck, who was it? It was a podcast I saw too. Yeah, I'm talking about another podcast on this podcast. Meta.
Damn, that flow right there.
they were talking about like Medusa. It's like, oh, it was just a lady killer. She was a really hot lady. Just brought men in, fucking, and she murdered them.
So you mean she's a man killer?
I thought it was a lady. Oh no, I'm
Lady killer. I'm like, wait, I was like, wait, Medusa just picked up bitches left and right.
Medusa was so pretty, she convinced men to come to her house while she was laying with them. She killed them.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why they were in stone is because she killed them in their sleep.
Oh, wow.
Something like that.
Yeah, no, interpretations are wild. Like,
Yeah,
I get it. I totally understand. Before we'll close the
or
pod.
something about like paralyzing them before like she kills them.
We'll close the pod with that story that you were gonna tell me about in Mexico.
Yeah.
But no, it's funny because like storytelling falls into so many things. It almost like it reminds me of this one movie where it's these four.
Fuck you, fuck you, dude. Stop.
I know. Okay, please send us off.
Bro, I fucking hate your dumb ass right now. So for those who don't know, my mother is from Mexico. She's from a small ranch called Juanacatan. If you ever look it up, it's literally in between fields and corn. There is nothing else. It's just a small little ranch that does have technology, and it's not sepia filter. There's electricity. There's Wi-Fi.
You had to make that clear.
There's restaurants there, but it's just like it's its own thing. It's its own thing. If you want to go to the nearest town, I think it takes like 30 minutes. But like other than that, it takes like 3 hours to get to Guadalajara, which is like a city. If you guys don't know, Guadalajara is literally Los Angeles. Just everyone's Mexican. so you would think it's a small town.
I like how I just nodded my head to that. Didn't have no comment. Just okay.
Yeah, he's right. So it's a small town. Everyone knows each other. Everyone fucking knows each other. I think the population's at least like fucking 4,000 people.
Oh wow. Okay.
Or smaller. It has to be smaller than 4,000. But everyone knows each other. Everyone knows each other by last name because family generations are there. My mom's family is probably pretty popular there. You know, fucking. So it's things like that. Everyone knows each other. There's no point of lying because you're gonna find out about it anyway. You can't have a fucking secret. Everyone's a chismoso there. Everyone has that Mexican grandma just keeping her head outside the window, just like the policía are here.
And then like writes it down on a little notepad.
Writes it down. It's like, can't wait to tell my comadre. So when you hear about aliens, ghosts, so there's a lot of ghost stories there.
Oh, 100%. I've heard some over the years from people, but go on.
Crazy.
Oh, whoops.
Crazy ghost stories there. Because, like, the thing is, well, okay, so,
yeah.
Dude, Jonathan scared the fuck out of me.
I know.
So, there's some crazy
What's up,
ghost
buddy?
stories there, because the thing is, this is what I believe. So, in that area where my mom's from, a lot of French soldiers during the French-Mexican War was there in that plot of land. And there's a lot of uniforms and gold that they keep finding around the area. Yeah, dude, they found gold, like, with Aztec writing on it. Like, it's insane. But because of that, people go like, oh, there's a headless soldier. This is the most popular one there. My grandpa's the one that told me the story. All my uncles tell me they've seen it before. I think it's literally because they were under the sun. Like, if fucking dude, I legit believe that because they're in the fields from fucking 6 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go loopy.
You're fucking going loopy, dude. Like,
Loopy.
like, you're gonna go
By
crazy.
the time you get off work, you're
having
fucking,
a
you're
fucking heat
baffled.
stroke. But no, they have siestas. They don't call them siestas.
Like someone will tell you, hey, have you heard the story about the donkey who actually went over the gate? He fucking
blew everyone's mind.
Blew everybody's
To people
mind.
who don't know, donkeys don't have any like sense of like distance. If you put like a 1 foot or like 1 foot fence around them, they won't go over it. Donkeys will not. They're that fucking stupid. They will not go over the 1 foot fence. So there's this soldier wearing a French red revolutionary outfit with no head, and that's a huge story in all of Mexico. I mean, in all of Mexico, and all of that ranch. Everyone talks about it. Everyone's seen it. My gramps saw it. I believe my gramps to 100%. I love him a lot. When he told me that kind of blew my mind because he likes to joke around, but that motherfucker doesn't like to bring up shit like that.
He went, Randy,
Mijo, there was a ghost.
He said, hear me out, but in Spanish.
Hear me out. So
how do you say hear me out in Spanish?
Óyeme, right?
Yeah.
Óyeme.
Okay.
So that's funny. I look at Jonathan. He's the only Mexican with me. So
Damn, it's rough around here.
I could have sworn I saw him too. I saw a silhouette because there's like this whole path of dirt. And there's no lighting to get to the cornfield, and I was walking with my grandpa, and like he walked ahead. And there was a silhouette, and I couldn't see the head. I don't know if it's because it was just too dark, but it was literally the only light was coming from the moon.
Okay.
It was literally a black silhouette of a man just standing like still. I was like a kid. I don't know if I was just fucking imagining it, but that's just how it is. So, like I said, small town. You really can't lie about anything. Superstition is a huge thing. My Uncle Miguel.
Oh shit.
It is.
Hold up, everybody. We had to have a pre-story
Oh, pre-story.
about ghosts to get into aliens.
This is the
about it.
crazy. You know,
Send us home.
I'm giving you more information that you should even learn, baby.
Don't mind me. I'm just drinking.
So my Uncle Miguel, he's coming back. I think it's 12 a.m. He's coming back from the closest town. He was drinking all night. Already a red flag, I understand, because everyone's all like, "Oh, no one's gonna believe it." Well,
Yeah.
no, not the drinking and driving. I mean, like more about the
Miguel,
he's drinking.
drinking and driving? Never.
I meant more of the like he was drinking, so like, he probably was just saying shit.
Yeah.
So you have to drive through the cornfields, and I think it's like around like September, the corn's already like fully grown, so it's like stupid high. You can't see shit other than the road in front of you. So he's driving, and like he starts seeing this light, is what he says. There's no lights. There's no street fucking lights. The road is literally nothing. It's pitch black, and you're driving to the nearest town where he lives. And I think it's like a 15-minute drive still. You can barely see the tiniest light from like the closest house at the edge. So like it's scary as fuck. It looks terrifying if you've never been in that area. But you get used to it because there's really nothing out there other than like coyotes.
Homie, you fucking just told a story about a ghost. So there's ghosts out there.
There's ghosts out there.
And now you're preparing us for some aliens, bro.
So he's driving. He says he saw some little lights, and like he's just like, "Oh, what the fuck? Like, there's no planes. Planes don't fly around this area." And he's been in the U.S. He actually lived in the U.S. for a while, so he knows exactly how a fucking plane looks and sounds when it flies over you. You know, but he heard he heard wind fly by. He's like, "What the fuck?" Like he said he was tripping, and then he stopped the car and he's like, "I'm drunk. I think I gotta chill." He did chill. He said he waited till like 1 a.m. and then he got back in his car, started driving again, and he's all like, "No one's gonna worry about me. They think I'm at the bar. I'm still driving." The shit goes, but on top of the car, it's still like distance away. They're literally just like stars color, like star distance from him. And he looks up. He's like, "What the fuck? Why is he like over me right now?" And then it gets closer, and the car shuts down, is what he says. The fucking car shuts down. The brand new, no, not car, truck, the brand new truck that he has shuts down. And then, like, his fucking tires pop, is what he said. The two back tires pop. And he steps out of his car, panicked as fuck. The shit gets closer, and, like, he starts thinking, like, he goes, like, the closer the fucking light got, it felt like sunset was rising over the fucking darkness. Like he said, lighting was everywhere, and then it just went away again, and it went pitch black again. Looked back at his car, and the car turned back on, but now he had to replace the tires.
Oh shit!
And he told everyone in the ranch, not expecting anything. So people are like, "You got to tell the news," and he's like, "I'm not gonna do that." So look, here's the thing: when people tell stories about ghosts and aliens and shit, immediately they want media coverage or they want people to believe them, right? He said he wanted to forget all about it.
Hell yeah, he's like, it should fucking traumatize them.
So like, you get me? Like, I kind of like when someone sees shit like that, you immediately go like, "Oh, I want everyone to fucking know. I want to tell the whole world," you know, shit like that. He told someone that someone told everyone, and they're like, "Why haven't you said anything?" He's like, "I just want to forget about it." Someone who says that, I kind of believe them. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember bringing that shit up to him, and he goes like, this is probably the U.S. Fucking aliens coming to our country and shit like that.
And that's a way to cap a fucking story. So, guys, next week, we're going to talk all about ghosts.
If you're down, I'm down.
No, I mean, I'm down.
I got ghost stories for days, baby. You in my house.
You know what? I do want to dive into that next time.
I have ghost stories from my pad.
Like always, everybody.
Until next time.